Stop everything now and check your pocket and check your coin jar, because this ordinary-looking quarter could be worth serious money. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Washington quarter, also called the Drummer Boy quarter, is still found in circulation today, but certain rare versions are highly valuable. Some were struck in special silver composition and feel heavier than normal quarters, while others contain rare minting errors like double details, off-center designs, or weak and missing elements. These mistakes can turn a common quarter into a collector treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Many people unknowingly spend these coins every day without ever checking them closely. Take a moment to look at the date, the Drummer Boy design, and any unusual features, because that one quarter sitting in your pocket right now could be a hidden piece of American history and a valuable find waiting to be discovered. Coin number 1. The 1776 to 1976 Drummer Boy coin is one of the most iconic and widely collected coins in United States history, representing a powerful celebration of America's 200th birthday. This historic coin, officially known as the Bicentennial Washington Quarter, was issued to honor the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, marking 2 centuries of freedom, democracy, and national identity. Even today, the Drummer Boy Quarter remains a favorite among coin collectors, history lovers, and people searching their pocket change for valuable coins. The front of the 1776 to 1976 Drummer Boy Quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. However, unlike regular Washington quarters, the date on this coin is special. Instead of showing a single year, it proudly displays 1776 to 1976, symbolizing 200 years of American independence. This dual date instantly sets the Drummer Boy coin apart from all other quarters in circulation and makes it one of the most recognizable U.S. coins ever produced. On the reverse side of the coin is the famous Drummer Boy design, created by Jack.R. The image shows a colonial drummer holding a drum, symbolizing the spirit of the American Revolution. Behind the drummer is a torch of victory surrounded by 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. This design replaced the traditional eagle reverse for 1 year only, making it a historic and one-time issue in U.S. coinage. The United States Mint released the Drummer Boy quarter in 1975 and 1976, even though all coins carry the 1776 to 1976 date. This was done so the public could enjoy the bicentennial celebration over a longer period. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each mint produced versions that appeal to different types of collectors today. Philadelphia and Denver produced large numbers of Drummer Boy quarters for everyday circulation. These coins were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition and were commonly used in daily transactions. Because of this, millions of Americans remember spending or receiving the Drummer Boy quarter, which adds strong nostalgia value to the coin. San Francisco produced special collector versions of the 1776 to 1976 quarter. Some were made with a silver composition, containing 40% silver, which makes them especially desirable among collectors today. These silver bicentennial quarters were not released into circulation but sold as part of special mint sets, making them harder to find compared to regular circulation strikes. Many people ask whether the Drummer Boy quarter is rare or valuable. The answer depends on several factors, including condition, mint mark, composition, and any unusual features. Most circulated Drummer Boy quarters are still worth face value, but well-preserved examples, silver versions, and coins with unique characteristics can be worth significantly more. Uncirculated Drummer Boy quarters that show strong details, sharp lettering, and minimal wear are especially popular among collectors. Coins that have never been heavily used often retain their original shine and eye appeal, which increases interest and demand. Collectors also look closely at the strike quality, as some coins show stronger details than others. Silver bicentennial quarters are among the most valuable Drummer Boy coins. Because they contain real silver, their value is influenced by both collector demand and the price of silver. These coins are heavier than regular clad quarters and often have a slightly different sound when dropped on a hard surface, which is one way collectors identify them. Another exciting area of interest is errors and varieties found on the 1776 to 1976 Drummer Boy quarter. Some coins were struck with mistakes during the minting process, such as doubling, off-center strikes, or missing details. These era coins can be worth much more than standard examples, especially if the era is clear and visually dramatic. Collectors also pay attention to mint marks. The D mint mark indicates Denver, while coins from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark. San Francisco coins may have an S mint mark, particularly on silver and collector issues. Each mint has its own appeal, and some collectors try to complete full sets featuring all mints and compositions. The Drummer Boy quarter holds an important place in American culture. It was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a special reverse design honoring a national event. Its success paved the way for future commemorative circulating coins, including the 50-state quarters program and the America the Beautiful series. Beyond its monetary value, the 1776 to 1976 Drummer Boy coin represents patriotism, unity, and remembrance of the nation's founding ideals. It reminds people of the sacrifices made during the American Revolution and the journey of the United States over 2 centuries. Many collectors today enjoy searching rolls of quarters from banks in hopes of finding a well-preserved Drummer Boy coin. Others inherit them from family members who saved bicentennial coins during the 1970s, believing they would become valuable in the future. These family collections often carry sentimental value alongside their collectible worth. If you are new to coin collecting, the Drummer Boy quarter is an excellent starting point. It is affordable, historically significant, and widely recognized. For experienced collectors, high-quality examples, silver versions, and rare eras provide exciting opportunities to expand a collection. The popularity of the 1776 to 1976 quarter continues to grow as more people become interested in American history and coin collecting. Online searches for Drummer Boy coin value, bicentennial quarter worth, and 1776 to 1976 quarter eras increase every year, showing that this coin remains relevant decades after its release. In conclusion, the Drummer Boy quarter from 1776 to 1976 is much more than just a piece of spare change. It is a symbol of America's 200th birthday, a tribute to the Revolutionary War generation, and a lasting collectible that connects history with everyday life. Whether found in circulation, stored in a collection, or passed down through generations, this iconic U.S. coin continues to capture attention and inspire curiosity. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins, rare quarters, and hidden treasures in everyday change, the Drummer Boy Bicentennial Quarter is a perfect example of how history and collecting come together in one small but powerful coin. Coin number 2, the Pennsylvania State Quarter, released in 1999, is one of the most historically significant coins ever issued by the United States Mint, and it holds a special place in American numismatics, coin collecting history, and the legendary 50-state quarters program. This quarter represents Pennsylvania, the second state to join the Union, and it was the second coin released in the groundbreaking State Quarters series that completely changed modern coin collecting in the United States. Even decades later, the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter remains one of the most searched, collected, and talked about U.S. coins, making it extremely popular among collectors, history lovers, and everyday people searching through their pocket change. The Pennsylvania Quarter was issued in 1999 as part of the very first year of the 50-state quarters program, a program launched by the United States Mint to honor each of the 50 states in the order they joined the Union. Pennsylvania entered the Union in 1787, making it the second state, which is why the Pennsylvania Quarter was the second coin released in the series, following the Delaware State Quarter earlier in 1999. Because it belongs to the first year of the program, the 1999 Pennsylvania Quarter carries strong historical importance and continues to attract attention from both beginner and experienced coin collectors. The reverse design of the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter is simple yet deeply symbolic. At the center of the coin is an outline map of the state of Pennsylvania, clearly recognizable and bold. Inside the map is a keystone, one of the most important symbols associated with Pennsylvania. The keystone represents Pennsylvania's role as the Keystone State, reflecting its central position among the original 13 colonies and its crucial importance in the foundation of the United States. Above the keystone appears the word Pennsylvania, while below the map is the phrase virtue, liberty, independence, which is the official state motto. This powerful combination of symbols makes the Pennsylvania Quarter one of the most meaningful designs in the entire State Quarters series. The obverse side of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, which has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932. Washington's profile faces left, with the word "Liberty" above his head and the phrase "In God We Trust" to the left. The date 1999 appears at the bottom, while United States of America and quarter dollar are clearly visible around the edge. Although the obverse design is consistent across all state quarters, the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is unique because it combines the classic Washington portrait with one of the earliest and most iconic state designs ever released. The Pennsylvania state quarter was minted at 3 different locations in 1999, making it available in several varieties. Coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by a P Mint mark, the Denver Mint, identified by a D Mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, which produced special proof versions of the coin. The Philadelphia and Denver issues were released into general circulation and can still be found today in pocket change, coin rolls, and collections. The San Francisco proof coins were specially made for collectors and feature sharper details and mirror-like surfaces. One of the most interesting facts about the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is the extremely high mintage numbers. Hundreds of millions of these coins were produced, which means they are still commonly found today. Despite being common, demand remains strong because of the coin's historical significance, first-year status, and popularity within the state quarters program. Many people who were children during the late 1990s remember collecting these quarters straight from circulation, making the Pennsylvania quarter a nostalgic symbol for an entire generation. Even though the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is widely available, certain examples are more desirable than others. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition, especially those with strong details, original luster, and minimal wear, are more sought after by collectors. Uncirculated examples often carry a premium compared to heavily worn coins. Proof versions from San Francisco are also popular due to their sharp strike and polished appearance. Collectors also pay close attention to errors and varieties associated with the 1999 Pennsylvania state quarter. Like many mass-produced coins, some examples were struck with minting errors that make them stand out. These may include off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, clip planches, or other unusual features. Error coins are highly attractive to collectors because they are accidental and far less common than regular issues. Finding an error Pennsylvania quarter in circulation can be exciting and rewarding. Another reason the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter remains popular is its strong educational value. Teachers, parents, and history enthusiasts often use state quarters as learning tools to teach children about U.S. history, geography, and state symbols. The Pennsylvania quarter introduces people to the concept of the Keystone State and highlights Pennsylvania's importance in American independence, including its role in hosting the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitutional Convention. The phrase, virtue, liberty, independence, on the Pennsylvania quarter is deeply rooted in the state's history and values. These words represent the ideals that shaped Pennsylvania and the nation as a whole. Liberty and independence were central themes during the American Revolution, and Pennsylvania was at the heart of those events. By placing this motto on the quarter, the design connects everyday money with powerful historical ideas, reminding people of the principles upon which the United States was built. From an investment perspective, the 1999 Pennsylvania state quarter is generally considered an affordable entry point into coin collecting. While most circulated examples are worth face value, higher quality coins, proof versions, and error coins can be worth significantly more. Many collectors choose to keep complete sets of state quarters, and the Pennsylvania quarter is an essential piece in any such collection. Because the state quarters program remains one of the most successful coin programs ever launched, interest in these coins continues year after year. The popularity of the 50 state quarters program cannot be overstated, and the Pennsylvania quarter played a major role in its early success. When the program began in 1999, millions of Americans who had never collected coins before suddenly became interested. Banks ran out of new quarters as people searched for each new state release. The Pennsylvania quarter was among the first coins that sparked this nationwide excitement, making it historically important not just as a coin, but as a cultural phenomenon. Another fascinating aspect of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is how it connects people to the state itself. Pennsylvania residents often feel a strong sense of pride when seeing their state represented on U.S. currency. The keystone symbol, in particular, resonates deeply with Pennsylvanians and reinforces the state's identity. This emotional connection adds to the coin's appeal and keeps it relevant even decades after its release. When examining a Pennsylvania quarter closely, collectors appreciate the balance and clarity of the design. Coin number 3. The 2008 Arizona State Quarter is one of the most visually striking and historically rich coins ever released by the United States Mint, and in this video we will explore everything you need to know about this unique quarter, including its design meaning, historical background, minting details, errors, varieties, collectible value, and why it continues to attract coin collectors and numismatics enthusiasts around the world. If you are searching for information about the 2008 Arizona Quarter coin value, Arizona State Quarter errors, or the history of the Arizona State Quarter, this detailed guide will answer all your questions in one place. The Arizona State Quarter was released in 2008 as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in United States history. Arizona became the 48th state featured in the program, even though it was the 48th state to join the Union in 1912. By the time this coin was released, the State Quarters program had already created massive public interest, encouraging millions of Americans to search their pocket change and learn about U.S. history through coins. The design of the 2008 Arizona Quarter is deeply symbolic and instantly recognizable. The reverse side of the coin features the Grand Canyon and a saguaro cactus, two of the most iconic natural landmarks associated with Arizona. Above the design, the phrase, Grand Canyon State, proudly represents Arizona's nickname, while the year 1912 marks the year Arizona officially became a state. The contrast between the canyon and the cactus sparked discussions among collectors, but it ultimately created one of the most memorable designs in the entire State Quarters series. The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, and its inclusion on the Arizona Quarter highlights the state's natural beauty and geological significance. Carved over millions of years by the Colorado River, the Grand Canyon stretches for hundreds of miles and reaches depths of over a mile. The designers carefully etched layered rock formations into the coin, giving the illusion of depth and scale even on such a small surface. This level of detail makes the Arizona State Quarter especially appealing to collectors. The saguaro cactus, which appears prominently in the foreground, is another powerful symbol of Arizona. These massive cacti can live for more than 150 years and are found almost exclusively in the Sonoran Desert. By placing the cactus in front of the canyon, the coin represents both Arizona's desert environment and its dramatic landscapes. This combination makes the 2008 Arizona Quarter unique among U.S. coins, as few designs successfully merge multiple natural symbols in one image. On the obverse side of the coin, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears, just like on all standard Washington quarters. This portrait was originally designed by John Flanagan and has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades. The inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter appear as expected, maintaining continuity with other quarters in circulation. The 2008 Arizona State Quarter was produced at 3 different U.S. Mint locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carrier, P, mint mark, coins from Denver carrier, D, mint mark, and coins from San Francisco were primarily struck for collectors. Millions of Arizona quarters entered circulation, making them relatively easy to find even today, especially in circulated condition. Because of the high mintage numbers, most 2008 Arizona quarters found in everyday pocket change are worth their face value of 25 cents. However, that does not mean the coin lacks collector interest. Many collectors seek well-preserved examples, especially coins with sharp details, strong strikes, and minimal wear. Coins that have never circulated and retain their original luster are especially desirable. One of the most exciting aspects of the 2008 Arizona Quarter is the possibility of errors and varieties. Error coins are popular among collectors because they are unique and often accidental. Some Arizona quarters were struck with off-center designs, weak strikes, or die cracks. Others may show doubling on letters or numbers, which can increase interest and value depending on visibility and condition. Die cracks are among the more commonly reported errors on the Arizona State Quarter. These cracks appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin and occur when the metal die used to strike the coin begins to wear or fracture. While small cracks may not add much value, larger or more dramatic cracks can attract collector attention. Another type of error to look for is a misaligned die, where the obverse and reverse designs do not line up properly. These coins can appear slightly rotated when flipped, and while minor rotation is normal, significant misalignment can make a coin more collectible. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, are rarer and can be worth considerably more than face value. Collectors also search for doubling, especially in the lettering. Doubling can occur when the die shifts slightly during the striking process, causing letters or numbers to appear doubled. On the Arizona quarter, doubling may be seen in areas like Grand Canyon State or the date. Clear and strong doubling is more desirable than faint examples. The composition of the 2008 Arizona State quarter follows the standard modern U.S. quarter formula. It is made of a copper core with a clad outer layer of copper and nickel. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter. This durable composition allows the coin to withstand years of circulation, which is why many Arizona quarters are still found today. Beyond its physical characteristics, the Arizona quarter holds cultural significance. It represents a time when coin collecting became popular again among everyday Americans. The 50-state quarters program introduced millions of people to numismatics, encouraging families, students, and hobbyists to learn about each state through coin designs. The Arizona quarter played a key role in keeping that excitement alive toward the later years of the program. Many collectors choose to complete full sets of state quarters, and the Arizona quarter is an essential part of that collection. Some collectors focus on mint mark sets, while others collect only uncirculated examples or error coins. Because Arizona was released near the end of the program, some collectors had already stopped searching by 2008, making high-quality examples slightly more challenging to find today. The long-term appeal of the 2008 Arizona State quarter lies in its bold design and strong symbolism. Coins that feature famous landmarks tend to remain popular, and the Grand Canyon is instantly recognizable worldwide. This gives the Arizona quarter lasting appeal beyond its face value and keeps it relevant in collector discussions. If you are new to coin collecting, the Arizona quarter is an excellent starting point. It is affordable, widely available, and rich in history. Searching through pocket change, coin rolls, or older collections can be both fun and educational. Even experienced collectors enjoy revisiting state quarters to look for overlooked errors or exceptionally well-struck examples. As time passes, fewer high-quality Arizona quarters remain in, while most will always be worth face value. Standout coins with strong details or unique errors can carry a premium in the collector market. Coin number 4, and we will explore. Stop for a moment and take a close look at the quarter in your pocket, because today we are talking about the Florida State quarter from 2004, one of the most historically rich and widely searched coins from the United States 50-state quarters program. The 2004 Florida quarter is more than just spare change. It represents exploration, space travel, natural beauty, and American history all in a single coin, and some Florida quarters can be worth much more than 25 cents depending on condition, mint mark, and errors. In this video, we will explore everything you need to know about the Florida State quarter coin, including its design, history, meaning, minting details, value factors, errors to look for, and why collectors continue to search for this coin today. The Florida State quarter was released in 2004 as part of the United States Mint's 50-state quarters program, a landmark series that ran from 1999 to 2008. Florida was the 27th state to be honored in the program, officially joining the Union on March 3, 1845. When the Florida quarter was issued, millions of Americans were actively collecting state quarters, making this coin one of the most recognized modern U.S. coins. Even today, searches for Florida State quarter value, 2004 Florida quarter errors, and Florida quarter worth money continue to grow. The reverse design of the 2004 Florida State quarter is what truly makes this coin stand out. At the center of the design is a detailed outline of the state of Florida, instantly recognizable with its long peninsular shape. Inside the state outline, the phrase, "Gateway to Discovery," appears, highlighting Florida's role in exploration, innovation, and space travel. This inscription connects Florida's early explorers with its modern achievements, particularly its importance in America's space program. To the left of the state outline, a Spanish galleon is depicted sailing across the water. This ship represents the early Spanish explorers who arrived in Florida in the 16th century, including Juan Ponce de Leon, who is often associated with the early European exploration of the region. Florida was the first area of the continental United States to see sustained European contact, and the ship on the Florida quarter symbolizes this important chapter in American history. On the right side of the coin, a space shuttle is shown lifting off into the sky. This image represents Florida's modern identity as the home of the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral, where countless historic space missions have launched. Florida is often called the Space Coast, and the Space Shuttle on the 2004 Florida quarter reflects the state's contributions to science, technology, and space exploration. The combination of the Spanish galleon and the Space Shuttle on a single coin makes the Florida quarter one of the most symbolically powerful designs in the entire state quarters series. Along the outer edge of the reverse, you will find the inscriptions, United States of America, and quarter dollar, along with the state name, Florida, and the year of statehood, 1845. Every detail on the Florida state quarter was carefully chosen to tell a story spanning hundreds of years, from early exploration to modern space travel. The obverse side of the Florida quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has appeared on U.S. quarters since 1932 and was used throughout the state quarters program. The inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and quarter dollar, appear on the obverse, along with the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. The 2004 Florida state quarter was minted at 3 different facilities. Coins with a P mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, coins with a D mint mark were produced at the Denver Mint, and special collector versions were struck at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark. The Philadelphia and Denver, Florida quarters were released into general circulation, while the San Francisco issues were typically produced for collectors. Millions of Florida state quarters were minted, which means that most circulated examples are still worth face value. However, that does not mean the 2004 Florida quarter is unimportant or uncollectible. Condition plays a major role in determining value, and uncirculated examples with strong detail, clean surfaces, and original luster can be worth more than 25 cents. Collectors often search for Florida quarters that look almost brand new, even after years in circulation. Mint errors are another reason why people search for the Florida state quarter. Error coins are created during the minting process and can include off-center strikes, double details, die cracks, missing elements, or misaligned designs. A Florida quarter with a noticeable error can be worth significantly more than a normal example, especially if the error is dramatic and easy to see with the naked eye. Many collectors search rolls of quarters specifically looking for Florida state quarter errors. One of the most talked about aspects of modern coin collecting is the discovery of double features. On some Florida quarters, collectors have reported doubling in lettering or design elements caused during the striking process. While not all doubling adds value, strong and clear doubling can make a coin more desirable to collectors. Always examine the inscriptions, the state outline, and the design details closely when checking a Florida quarter. Another factor that influences the value of the 2004 Florida quarter is strike quality. Some coins were struck more sharply than others, meaning the fine details of the ship, space shuttle, and state outline appear stronger and more defined. Well-struck coins are always more appealing to collectors and can carry a premium compared to weakly struck examples. The Florida state quarter also holds a special place in American culture. Florida is known for its beaches, tourism, wildlife, and space history, making this coin especially popular with both casual collectors and serious numismatists. Many people save state quarters from their home state or places they have visited, and Florida is one of the most visited states in the country. This emotional connection adds to the ongoing interest in the Florida quarter. The phrase, "gateway to discovery," is particularly meaningful. It reflects Florida's role as a gateway not only for early explorers arriving by sea but also for humanity's journey into space. Few coins manage to represent such a wide span of history in a single design, which is why the 2004 Florida state quarter remains a favorite among collectors. collectors often ask whether the Florida quarter will increase in value over time. While most circulated examples are common, demand for high-quality coins and error coins continues to grow. As more quarters are lost, damaged, or worn down, well-preserved examples become harder to find. This long-term scarcity can increase collector interest, especially for coins that look untouched by circulation. If you are searching through your change, coin jars, or old collections, the Florida State Quarter is definitely worth a closer look. Pay attention to the mint mark, the sharpness of the design, and any unusual features that stand out. Even if you do not find a rare error, building a collection of clean, well-preserved state quarters is a rewarding hobby that connects you to American history.